Et bonjour ou bonsoir évidemment à tous. On se retrouve pour... alors ce sera soit une découverte, soit un let's play, on va voir. Hein. Je ne suis pas encore sûr de comment on va faire ça, mais... On se retrouve pour découvrir encore un jeu. Enfin, encore. On se retrouve pour découvrir un jeu sur le Game Pass qui s'appelle donc qu'elle, qui est un jeu point and click d'enquête. J'ai fait très peu de point and click dans ma vie, mais les jeux d'enquête, bon, Sherlock Holmes, tout ça quoi. Professeur Layton évidemment. Donc, c'est un genre qui me plaît pas mal. Après le point and click, j'ai jamais trop tenté. Donc c'est un peu une première de ce côté-là. Et donc, nous allons découvrir ce jeu et son histoire, son ambiance, son univers, ses personnages ensemble. Bienvenue dans qu'elle. Oh. Le style est cool, hein. Ok, il y a les voix, donc ça va. J'ai mis une option où je suis obligé de cliquer pour continuer les dialogues, évidemment, pour s'arrêter au cas où, si j'ai des commentaires à faire ou autre, évidemment. Bon, comme il y a les doublages, je n'ai pas besoin de refaire les voix. Donc c'est cool. On va suivre l'histoire, calmement. Elle a une voix très... grave. Oula. Oula.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Vas-y.
This room sure looks different when it's spinning. So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when I... Listen,
pardon.
Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but... Wait, hear me out! So, I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and... Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep. And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
Ah!
What did you just say? You know him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Bah, on a un peu le même nom de famille, bien joué, la détective. Oui, c'était mon grand-père. Je n'ai pas vraiment envie d'en parler, j'étais enfant la dernière fois que je l'ai vu dans une autre vie. Wow, c'était mon grand-père.
Was my grandfather. Hey, wait a minute, I never told you where I grew up. Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
Ah.
That is not cool, Eileen.
J'avoue que c'est pas très sympa ça. Ça stalk un peu hein.
I just couldn't help myself. Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend. I know.
J'aime bien les petits visages là sur les côtés pour montrer les expressions.
You should know that the funeral is tomorrow. Okay.
Ouais.
Are you gonna go? I don't know. Good night, Eileen. Good night, Kathy.
Kathy. Très bien. Ok, pour l'instant rien à faire. Ah, nous sommes le lendemain. Jour 1.
Oh God, make it stop.
Ok. Ah ok, donc là je contrôle. Donc on va éteindre le réveil. Évidemment. Ok, bon le curseur change quand on a des actions différentes. Quand c'est les dialogues, on a un petit cercle. Quand on doit interagir avec le décor, ça devient une vraie souris, donc c'est cool. On dirait qu'Eileen et ça. Tout à fait.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of. Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes.
Ok. On a un ordi.
I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek.
Si j'utilise le téléphone, ça fait quoi? Bon, pas grand chose, on ne peut rien faire. Hein. Ok, on peut faire ça. Ok, très bien. On va pas l'utiliser. Hein. On va prendre notre valise, j'imagine.
lovely
Ah non,
suitcase.
c'est la valise de...
There's a
Ok.
sticker on it with her full name, Eileen Mildred Summers.
Ok.
Mildred. Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
D'accord.
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity. I can certainly see the appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things to do.
Ok, qu'est-ce qu'on a, nous? On a un carnet.
I haven't written anything in it yet.
D'accord. On a un taser. Oh, le taser.
A girl can never be too safe.
Tu as raison. Briquet. Tempête. Ok. Et un petit paquet de cigarettes. Bon, très bien. Allez, on y va. C'est son ongle de... D'un côté, tout est bien rangé. De l'autre, c'est le bordel monstre. Ok. Je m'excuse d'avance aussi pour les barres noires sur les côtés, hein, évidemment. Je vais voir si j'arrive à les combler d'une manière ou d'une autre. Bon, pour l'instant, on est sur une session découverte. Est-ce que j'ai quelque chose à faire? Cimetière. Ah oui, d'accord, ok. Je sélectionne les destinations ici. Très bien. Ok. Alors, est-ce qu'elle se dirige toute seule? Oui, pour le moment. Tac, 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 tac. Bon, le style pixel fonctionne, hein.
Well, here we are. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule.
Oh, putain.
No time for that now. I'm late for the
Comment je fais? Je clique là? Ouais. On va avancer, hein. Ouais, ils sont là. Salut.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
J'aime bien la musique, là.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
C'est une grand-mère?
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anne? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine, who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
15, donc on a 21.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to.
Très bien.
I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
Ok. Idée par cœur, bon. On va pas tous les faire. Très bien, on va retourner un petit peu à droite, le caveau.
No reason to go in there. A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Effectivement. Ah, monsieur le prêtre.
You don't want to get me started. Let's just say me and the humble servants of God have a history.
Ok.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity.
Ouais, ouais,
Is
super.
that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
Ouais, toutes les réponses sont pas faux folles, hein. Bon, allez.
No sin. But what am I
On va dire un truc un peu drôle.
Behind those words is a deep wound, a desire to belong. If you let him, Christ can fill that void.
Ugh, please don't make Christ fill my void. I'm totally not up for that.
The crude facade of a lost soul. I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Très bien, merci. Allez, hein. On y va, hein. Petite moto, là. Tut, tut. Vroom, vroom, la moto. Du coup, la maison. On peut retourner au cimetière. Toc, toc, toc.
Grandma, anybody home?
Pas dû encore rentrer. Par contre, elle a laissé la porte ouverte, c'est pas malin.
Black leather coat, right up my alley.
Prends-le.
Black-
Oh merde.
A mere single.
Attends, on va regarder la brochure.
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever feel like getting my god on. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day.
Pas mal, pas mal. On peut pas.
I have no. Maybe because it looks like it could serve as half-decent toilet paper. Not that I
Oula.
need yet. Another reason for the Lord to strike me down. Huh. Never seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
Téléphone et annuaire, on va les regarder un peu. Une peinture là.
I don't have anything to serve.
Ouais, bon, d'accord. Bon, globalement. Chambre du dortoir. On va essayer d'appeler.
Anything to talk about with Ira.
Ah ouais, du coup c'est à ça que ça sert. Ah oui, donc en fait, ça va être. Ça va être sympa, hein.
Winter forest scene. I've always
On sent tous les éléments d'enquête
wondered.
arriver là. Hein. Oh non, y a rien par là.
This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
Très bien. Bon, on va aller dans le salon, je pense. Ouais.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about.
Très bien. J'arrive.
So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
Ah ouais, on me compare à papa.
I must ask.
Roméo.
Have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon then?
Oula. Ouais, c'est mamie, hein. Elle est plus à ça près. Elle est plus à ça près, hein. Allez.
Mom is.
Voilà.
I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too.
Oula, il y a des problèmes.
What about you? How have you been doing?
Il y a eu des soucis là. Il y a eu des soucis entre la maman et les grands-parents.
I've been lonely ever since
Ça
the
paraît
accident.
bizarre.
There's no denying that.
What accident?
Ah, je me posais la même question.
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word, forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Ah donc là, voilà, ok d'accord. Et c'est à ça que sert le carnet du coup. Très bien, on va
Why
lui poser
did
des questions.
Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
Très bien. Que disent les
What do
médecins?
the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another
bon.
claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact.
Oula.
They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch. But the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
Ah.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Moi aussi.
Maybe it
Névrose?
was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
What did
Et
Sheriff
la police?
Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing.
Oh t'inquiète, on va l'amener nous l'investigation.
Sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
L'incident, donc on l'a déjà.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
I
Le
used to
buffet.
love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s.
D'accord. La bibliothèque. On a la table basse, on a grand-mère.
A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it.
Science et histoire, ok. On sait jamais. Hein.
I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them.
On va finir de fouiller la maison, hein, tant qu'à faire. Ne sait-on jamais.
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
Ok. Bah super, bah du coup on va aller là-bas. Hein. Très bien, direction le comico. Ah nice, du coup ça change évidemment. Ok, allez, le poste de police. Salut à tous. Alors, porte double, photo, tableau d'affichage. On va voir le tableau d'affichage.
Various notices and a wanted poster.
D'accord.
Hey, Sheriff, what's the
I
deal with
think
that
he'd
bum?
object.
What bum? The one in the cell. Oh, I thought it was with you. Well, shit.
Excuse-moi,
Hi.
j'aimerais voir le shérif.
Hello.
Oh, lui, ça,
Do I have
s'il
some
s'appelle
kind
pas
of crime to
Hans.
get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really quite busy at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
Bah, il nous connaît vraiment. Hein.
Reputation precedes me in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
Bon, allez, vas-y, vas-y.
Oh, right. Lenny. Long time no see, buddy.
Ain't that the truth? I suppose you came to town for the funeral?
Yep, that's right.
Sorry for your loss. Joseph was a great guy before, well, you know.
Yeah, he really was.
So, anyway, what can I do for you today?
Ok, on
I
continue
wanted to
notre
ask if you
enquête.
know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
Très bien. Bah, allons voir le shérif. Pardon,
Well,
il faut que je...
gotta
Ok, il faut que je ferme
See ya.
ça. Si, ouais. Bonjour, monsieur le shérif. On va s'asseoir.
Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really. Make it quick.
Putain,
Do you know
quelle
what
amabilité,
happened
lui.
to Joseph Rain in 81?
He had a stroke in the woods. That's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true.
On va apprendre que papy, il égorgeait des gens dans le caveau qu'on a vu. Bon. J'aimerais voir le rapport
Can I
de
have a
police.
look at that report?
Absolutely not. They're official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Allez,
Too much
franchement.
coffee, try not to pop a vein.
You want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine. Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so... Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see
Ok.
anything...
Très bien. Bon, c'est pas ici.
I would, but I can't do that when he's right there. Maybe I can distract him somehow.
Si je lui dis quelque chose, est-ce que je peux lui dire quelque chose qui va le...
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Hey, I need to see the police report from 81 when my grandfather was found by the old sheriff.
I'd love to help, Kathy, but you better check with the sheriff first.
Okay.
Ah,
Well,
putain.
gotta go.
See ya.
Looks like talking isn't gonna
Bien.
help me get that report. I'll have to take matters into my own. I wonder what's behind those doors.
Exactement. On a pensé à la même chose. Allez. On va voir qu'est-ce qu'il y a là-bas.
Paperwork coming along, maybe? Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
Ok. Salut mec. Oh, cloche. Putain.
What? I can't hear you.
Ah. Attends.
Thanks.
Je disais.
Really annoying.
Hey,
Hi there.
so
T'es là
why'd they
pourquoi?
put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob.
Mais
That
what?
doesn't
Mais
mean it
oh
was
là
any
là.
less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns in grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10 says you do.
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9.
15.
8.
Fine, 10.
Allez.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I doing again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how.
Elle est intelligente,
As
hein.
long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay then, let me know when.
Will do. Too heavy to carry around and too noisy to use in here without getting caught. Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. I'll need a key.
Ok.
A computer monitor. Probably recovered stolen goods. There's no way small-town cops would be that up-to-date with the modern world.
Bien, on va lui dire. Très bien, on va lui faire signe du coup.
Hey,
Hi there.
okay,
See ya.
a jail cell. Huh, very fun.
Ah, d'accord.
Huh, very funny.
C'est vrai que c'est drôle, hein.
Hey, the jail is off limits. You shouldn't be in there.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
Ah, what now?
Okay,
Oh, yes.
we have to make this quick. Okay, let's have a look.
Un individu a été retrouvé sur la route de terre à quelques kilomètres de Conwell Springs, en train de marcher comme s'il ne voyait rien, les yeux grands ouverts. Le sujet a été identifié, il s'agit de Joseph Rain. Il n'a eu aucune réaction lorsque nous avons tenté de le toucher et de lui parler. Il était seul des pieds à la tête mouillée. Il était seul des pieds à la tête et mouillé jusqu'aux genoux. Monsieur Rain serrait un petit magnétophone entre ses mains avec une cassette. Il était coopératif, nous avons donc pu l'emmener à la voiture de service. Je suis allé chercher Madame Rain pour l'emmener aux urgences avec Monsieur Rain à la clinique communautaire. Après une inspection de routine du véhicule de patrouille, le magnétophone a été retrouvé sur le siège arrière. Il a été déposé en tant que preuve conservée dans le casier numéro 5.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder.
Exactement. Il me faut les clés. Elles doivent être là-dedans.
Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5. Got it.
Nice. Faut se barrer de là. Bien joué. Ok. Toudoudou. Ah oui, d'accord, on le fait pile quand il a la tête tournée, bien joué. Voilà. On va lui donner ces 5 dollars. Là.
Hey,
Hi there.
okay,
See ya.
Mais il a oublié du coup? Bon, casier numéro 5. Voilà.
alright, got it.
Et on s'en va. On n'a pas la clé?
I shouldn't mess around with the recorder in here. They might notice that I took it.
Bah, je vais retourner à la maison du coup. Retournons à la maison. Alors.
Note to self. Remember the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
Oula.
I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with
Oula.
everything that's been going on lately.
Qu'est-ce
With
que...
Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
Est-ce que je peux y aller ou est-ce qu'il va falloir que je demande à mamie?
I should probably ask Grandma.
Ouais. Très bien. On va lui demander si on peut aller au grenier du coup. C'est très louche du coup, hein.
Oh, hello, dear.
Faut qu'on parle, mamie. Faut que j'accède au grenier.
Talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
Putain, tu lui as fait monter toutes les marches et tout. Très bien. Allumons la lumière.
Nothing. The bulb must be burned out. The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Il me faut une ampoule. Il y en a pas par là. Je pense qu'il faut descendre. Ah bah on va prendre l'ampoule de la lampe.
Free light bulb. Score.
Allez, on a notre ampoule. Ok, bon ça c'est simple.
There we go. That's better.
Ah oui, pardon. Il faut appuyer sur le truc. Ok. Alors... On va voir la valise d'abord, puis ensuite on verra ce qu'il y a sur le bureau. Oh putain.
Various books and office supplies. Nothing in
Putain,
particular.
elle arrive à voir tout ça d'ici, quoi.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race.
Oh putain, elle est insupportable. Allons voir les tiroirs. Il y a une machine à écrire avec du papier aussi.
Empty.
Ok. Ceux-là.
Nothing.
Ok. Les papiers.
Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. That combination makes an old.
Faut le ranger peut-être.
I don't see how those things work together. An old typewriter covered in cobwebs.
Un diagramme.
Someone was doing geometry. I can't make.
Bah, utilise. Puis. Oh là là, oh là là. Oh, c'est quoi ça? Nombre premier. Ouais. Si je combine, est-ce que je peux utiliser ça pour comprendre? Non. T'as ça café.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Dommage. Ours en peluche.
Mystérieuse. How did you get all the way up there?
D'accord.
Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching.
Bien. On va aller demander la valise à grand-mère parce que là j'ai aucune idée. J'ai laissé la lumière allumée, c'est pas mal, hein, mais tranquille.
Oh, hello.
Salut. Il faut qu'on parle de la valise. C'est assez important.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found a locked briefcase in the attic. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, that old thing? Joseph said there were just some old boring Air Force papers in there.
If that was the case, why use an intricate combination lock?
That's a very good question, dear. In any case, I wouldn't know how to open it.
Putain, elle sait pas.
Well, gotta buy, Kath.
Bon, on va trouver. Ça doit avoir un lien entre ce qu'on entend dans le dictaphone.
Note to self. Remember the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses,
3,
a blue violet,
1,
and
2.
2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry.
3, 1, 2.
Think about with everything with Sharon. Anyway, I have
3, 1, 2. C'est des chiffres pi. 3, 1 et 2. Trois roses. 3 roses. Attendez, 3 roses. Merde, je m'en souviens plus. Attendez.
I have a theory.
Putain. Ok.
Note to self. Remember the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working with Sharon anyway.
3 roses. Donc 2, 3 et 5. Une bleue. 1. Et 2, 3 et 1. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. 1. 3, 1. 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. Il y a combien de chiffres? 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. Je suis le boss. Oh là là. Oh, ça fait plaisir ce genre de truc. Allez, on l'ouvre. Ah putain, grand-papa. C'est tout? Et qu'une enveloppe? Apparemment. Ok. L'enveloppe. On va ouvrir l'enveloppe. 2 photos, coupure de journal, clé, cassette. 2 photos, clé, cassette. Alors, la coupure. Noyade tragique. Ok.
Service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this.
Adolescente noyée. Ça va... On va peut-être pouvoir le demander à la police, ça.
Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training. McConnell Air Force Base, 1941.
Ok. Oula, beaucoup d'infos. Photo surexposée.
There's probably some way to enhance this back at school. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm back.
Ok. La cassette, donc on va pouvoir utiliser, et cette clé.
It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. I wonder what this unlocks.
Bah ouais, je crois qu'on se le demande tous, hein. Bah on va écouter la petite cassette. Ok. Très bien.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
Oula.
Who this cocky is.
Ouais. Cocky. Très bien. Bon. On va redescendre. On va aller voir la police pour demander, dans un premier temps, l'affaire de cette meuf noyée, et ensuite on reviendra voir mamie. Pour le reste. Très bien. Direction le poste de police. Frérot, faut qu'on parle.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Adolescente noyée.
Hey, Lenny. Do you remember anything about a girl drowning around here?
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about that. I was like 6 at the time, though.
Do you remember her name?
Oh, man. Not really. I was so little. I think it was something with an L. Linda? Laura? Something like that.
Alright, I'll keep looking. Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Ok, et coquet.
Nah, I don't.
Très bien.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
On va aller voir le shérif. Bonjour, j'ai besoin de vous parler, monsieur.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know anything about the drowning here in 1975? 16-year-old girl?
You have a memory problem? I told you I haven't been working. Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
D'accord.
I don't need to ask. I don't need to.
Bon, c'était une mauvaise idée, du coup. Bon, Linda, Laura... Bien. Prénom de la jeune fille commencé par un L, c'est tout ce qu'on sait. Peut-être que le clochard, comme ils l'ont appelé, saurait quelque chose.
How can I help, boss?
C'est ouf qu'on arrive à passer à chaque fois, quand même.
Hey. Okay.
Attendez, il y a peut-être...
A jail.
Attendez.
A jail. Hey.
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know.
Attendez. On va peut-être trouver un autre...
Guess what? He's having some kind of fit.
On devrait peut-être trouver un truc. Un truc sur la meuf qui s'est noyée, non?
Maybe there's something in here.
Voilà. Oh yes.
Nope. Looks like I'm gonna need her name.
Ah putain.
Various notices and a wanted.
Fouillons le bureau.
I got the key already. I don't think I need to fax machines.
Bon, bah on va se barrer. Faut qu'on demande à mamie avant. Putain, dommage, j'étais persuadé que ce serait une bonne idée de commencer par là. Apparemment pas. Très bien. Continuons notre enquête. C'est tellement chill comme jeu, ça fait plaisir.
Oh, hello, dear.
Re-meuf. Re-meuf. Re-ma sœur. Bien.
Talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not
Alors, adolescente noyée, est-ce que tu aurais son nom?
Anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. Was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
D'accord.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that town.
Ah oui, donc il était chaud quoi.
Together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew.
Le mec, à peine il finissait une de veille. Bon, elle est l'armée, hein.
Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
I don't see a reason to ask. See you later.
Take care, dear.
Si on va voir dans les livres, peut-être.
A decent sized.
Non?
Tragic drowning in Earth. That combination may. Planes.
Ah oui, ok, d'accord. Bon, on va retourner au comico avec cette question-là, du coup. Hein. Signal d'appel. S'il faut qu'on aille là. Au cimetière, hein. Ça m'étonnerait en vrai.
Hello, Kathy.
Nah, I don't want to ask. Well, got
See?
Bon. Peut-être au shérif.
Hello. I don't need to ask. That's all.
Bon, va falloir...
A bunch of cops.
Peut-être l'annuaire.
What's the deal with that bum?
Peut-être utiliser le téléphone qu'il y a ici. Mais bon, je doute.
No result. Nah, no. All right, got it. nothing.
Ok. Donc, on va appeler... C'est stylé, hein.
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. His pile of medals weighs more than my car. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made General if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was his guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts.
Très bien.
I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
Ok.
What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well renowned all around.
Ah mais oui, mais on va demander... Mais je suis con. On va demander à notre coloc, en fait. Pour la meuf noyée, elle doit trouver des infos sur son ordi.
In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand.
Je suis con.
Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph...
J'étais un génie pour la valise, mais...
Brett Xavier Myers trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former...
Non, il a pas dit de coquet.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson.
Et coquet, du coup?
Recognize the aviator call sign, cocky.
Afraid not, ma'am.
Ah merde.
Call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This
Très bien.
isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
The billionaire. He was stationed at McConnell?
He was, up until the point when he founded Wade Industries in the 60s.
Wayne Industries, ouais. Batman, ouais.
Pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help
Batman qui a fait la Seconde Guerre mondiale. Plus de 100 ans, là. Bon, Charles Wade, du coup.
Trying to get a hold of Charles Wade? Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you can make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of...
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
Nice try. You know what caller ID is? You can clearly see that you're not calling from the station.
Et merde.
Bye.
Damn, I can't pull that off if I call from here.
Oh putain, je dois appeler de... Ok.
Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but
Oui, mais...
being no, I should
Ouais,
try to get a hold of him.
Très bien. Si on appelle du comico, ça devrait marcher. Pardon, il faut que j'appelle ma pote. 5-5, 8-3-5-3. Attendez, on va essayer comme ça. Ça marche pas. Ah, c'est 5-5-5. Attendez. 8-3-5-2. Bon, vas-y. Flemme.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Ouais, salut. Adolescente, t'as moyen?
Track down this young girl who drowned in the lake here.
Okay. How hard can a dead person be to track down? They tend to stay in one place, you know.
Ha, very
Yes.
lucky. I don't even know her
Merci.
name, just when she died.
Oh, well, there must be some way to connect a name to that date.
Yeah, maybe. I don't need to ask. I don't need. I'm trying.
Well, what do you know about the guy?
Not much. I think he was in the Air Force and
Maybe you could try to find somebody in the...
Yeah, that might be. I'm trying to contact Charles Wade. You know the.
Wow, really?
It's complicated, but he knew Grandpa back in the day. They.
Huh. Must be super hard to get in...
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Maybe you could ask someone in the Air Force if he used to serve with your grand...
Yeah.
Ouais.
Could-
Bon, très bien.
Okay.
Hi, Kathy.
Bon, elle, globalement, elle sert à rien, elle nous conseille juste, quoi. Pour la meuf, j'ai vraiment aucune idée comment on va faire. Attends, va par là-bas, y a pas un ordi, y a pas un... Non. Bon. Va falloir redistraire le mec et utiliser le téléphone. Hein. On s'arrêtera là. Ah mais attendez, le cimetière! Attendez, avant de faire ça.
Wait,
What?
do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery.
I...
Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And
I'm really
Non.
busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay.
Voilà. Mais t'inquiète pas frérot, on le fera. Bon, lui, on a compris, hein. On a compris. Bon. On cherche. On cherche une personne qui commence par un L et qui est morte en
Tragic and early morning on Sunday the 14th. Girl, the notice is dated July
75. « 75... » 49, 55...
All right, this is
Yes.
the date. Looks like
Lily
the
Myers.
was Lily
Lily Myers. Bango. Oh.
I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone.
Ah, donc on devrait choper le dossier.
Hey,
On va lui
kid.
parler.
Hi yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
Non.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
I never thought I'd return to this. No reason to. It says.
Price. Donc non, c'est pas du tout les personnes qu'on cherche. Bah on va s'arrêter là pour cette découverte. On va clairement le continuer. C'est beaucoup trop bien. Les énigmes sont cool. L'histoire a l'air sympa.
Leave while that kid is alone.
Ah mince, je dois... Ok, bah on trouvera sa mère du coup avant de repartir. Et ensuite on pourra aller chercher le dossier et surtout appeler l'armée de l'air depuis le poste de police. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Passez une bonne journée, une bonne soirée. Abonnez-vous, mettez un j'aime, tout ça. Je m'y mets aussi, y a plus rien à foutre. et à très bientôt. Pour la suite, on va clairement le continuer. Hein. Au revoir.